like you have a dead memory.
I got good intentions, I mean well, but it don't turn out how I plan sometimes. Go, what the future holds, who knows, let's get it, bro. Every day we gotta get this one back home.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another installment of TezTalk. We are here once again to give you the best we can in doing so in a funny manner. Now, first of all, let me just address last week's episode. Saw a little bit in the intro. We had some technical difficulties. Nobody's perfect. I'm here to just let y'all know everything happens for a reason. If you don't mess up, you don't know how to fix things. So I'm thankful, my DJ messed up. I'm not going to try to throw nobody under the bus, but, he know what the hell he did. DJ, we forgive you. We forgive you. But
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I told you to hire my ex-girlfriend's cousin, baby dad. I told you about that stuff. This is why I don't hire good people. I'll hire all these damn people. No, I'm just playing. I'm thankful that he was, we were able to fix some of the stuff. Missed some footage, but hey, that's life. Things happen for a reason. Like I said, if you don't mess up, you don't know how you're gonna fix things. So last week's episode was, like I say, every week is a different week, and I hope you guys got the message of what you could have out of last week. Before we get into this week's episode, though, I want to just stop everything and let y'all know. First thing I'm going to need y'all to do now, there's some housekeeping rules. These housekeeping, you don't come in somebody's house and not take your shoes off. So this is how you're going to take your shoes off in my house. You're going to like the damn video, you're going to share the video, and then you're going to comment on the video. Because we're not finna do this. Okay, I got to be able to build an empire, and in order for me to build an empire, I got to have y'all spread the information that I am spewing. Okay, so no matter what platform you're on, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, I don't care. Take your ass to that fucking like, comment, and share button. Hit all three, and we shall have a good day, all right? All right. Now, as we usually start most Tez Talks with a question of the day. It is February, which is Black History Month, but it's also the month of love. So I got two quick ones before we get into this. I'm going to try to give you a famous Black historian throughout all these episodes of Tez Talk in this month of February. This week's famous historian is my good friend Thurgood Marshall. Those that don't know, Thurgood Marshall was the first Black Supreme Court justice in America, and he truly paved the way for a lot of things in this country. I feel like he is missed as the Supreme Court has had its fair share of things that have been going on in recent, the Roe v. Wade or whatever else that could have been affected with, a better presence. But that's neither here nor there. Thurgood Marshall, we remember thee, and we thank you for being and paving the way for future Black Supreme Court justices. Now that we got that out of the way, the question of the day is, what does love got to do with it? My girl Tina Turner said that, but I'm not talking about getting their ass whooped. I'm talking about something else. I'm talking about in society, what does love got to do with it? Because I feel like we as a younger generation have gotten, I like to say, away from tradition. We got social media, which has kind of infected us as a cancer and put us in a bad, I like to say, look at things. You got something you stare at all the time. You see all these people with hotel rooms, balloons, and flowers. Sometimes we get lost in that, as sometimes you do in life. But I'm here to tell you, sometimes it's not always about the flowers, the balloons, the paying for dinner. It's the small gestures. I recently spoke with my uncle, who'll be 70 in March. Him and his wife have been married for, I think, about 12 years now. And they're not, I like to say, young people, but they act like young people, if you know what I mean. They like school kids, man. I love Unc, but him and his wife are funny to me because they're not like I said, older people, the old sit on the porch and rub each other's hands together. No. I asked my uncle when I had a conversation with him. I said, how do you keep going? Even when you're angry or upset at your wife. And he goes, every day I wake up, I choose her. There's not a woman on this world that can do what she does for me. I'm not talking about financially. I'm not talking about anything on that realm. I'm talking about just being there and loving me. He says, I wake up every morning to make my wife a cup of coffee before I go to work. You know, when she has to go to certain things she does and it'd be long, 10, 11 o'clock, come in. He said, I have her bath water ran. It's the small things, you know. So looking at the way we look at things, you know, somebody like, he made her a cup of coffee. Oh, he made her bath water. Sometimes it's look past the materials. Look past the cars, look past the flowers, look past the balloons, and understand that love is something that you truly can't explain. I'm 23 years old, single, no kids, bachelor lifestyle. And even I have those moments where I get caught up in the social media aspect of things, of wanting what I'm seeing. But I'm here to tell y'all, sometimes right now isn't for everybody. So don't get lost in the haze of social media or even your friends finding their wives and husbands. You know, in God's time is what I tell people. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but sure enough, it's coming. And, you know, I know that we may get just, you know, I like to say off the path of, oh, but Johnny got a wife and Jake, you know, him and his wife are going on 5 years. Don't worry about that. Stay the course. Stay the course. I have a friend. I just talked to him 2 days ago, actually. I called him and said, hey, man, what you doing? He's laying on the couch with his son's foot on the back of his neck, and his wife is rubbing the baby's head as he falls asleep. That's love, man. That's peace. That's something that we all wish to have. Hopefully, I hope that's what y'all wish to have. I hope y'all don't wish to have some ratchet John running around with 7 kids and all that shit just playing, and all you just hear is gunshot. That's not peace, that's chaos. And some of y'all need to leave that man's wife alone. But don't get me started on some of the shit that y'all be doing. But I'm not gonna do that. We not finna judge you. We not finna judge you. Everybody got a course. But that course might not be in that man's wife's house. I'm just saying. Just saying. But like I said, we all have a course and we all need to follow the path. It may take longer than most. It may take you till you're 30, 40. You know what I mean? But your person is out there. So that's what I have to say about the question of the day. So what I want y'all to think on today is, how much do you value love? And that is our question today. So what I'm going to tell y'all right now is we're going to take a break and have a moment for our sponsors. And, you know, I got some sponsors, baby. Matter of fact, transition!
TezTalk is sponsored by The Clean Team. Get your dream clean from The Clean Team Philly. Book now at thecleanteamphilly.com. That Sound Production. That's it. That sound.
Now look, again, welcome back to TezTalk. This week ain't really no sports, like ain't no football. You know, that's where my expertise level is. But I was talking to my guys, and we had a conversation of what sport has the best All-Star game. Now, the Pro Bowl is ass. We ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I don't know what the idea of making it a flag football game is. I know what the premise is. You got these big contracts. Don't nobody want to hit. Y'all don't want to play football. I get that. But damn that. Y'all done took it from Hawaii. It was in Florida at one point. I think it's in Vegas now. I think, DJ, quote me on that. It's in Vegas, right?
I'm really not sure.
Okay,
but
well,
but what I can do, I'll look it up.
Look, yeah, we're gonna check back with DJ. I think it's in Vegas. I think that's where it currently is. So,
quick question: what All-Star game are you talking about?
The NFL's Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl.
The
Pro Bowl. That's their All-Star game. That is their,
like pro bono, like free.
No, I mean, well, it's not free to go to. It ain't free to go to. It's a bunch of free shit. I tell you that because they don't play how they used to play. When we was when I was a child, you was probably like 40 watching this in the 2000s.
But chill, bro.
Y'all know my DJ's a little ancient.
Bro.
You know what I mean? He a little old.
Like, are you serious?
I'm just saying. We not gonna judge him. His knees crack when he sit down. It's okay though.
Keep talking. I'm gonna cut your mic off, bro.
See what I mean, y'all? See, it's still. He's last time. I tell you what, you cut the mic off this time, it's gonna be an issue. Last week we lost 7 minutes of the shit. Okay? As y'all can see, me and my DJ still have a good relationship. He's still not fired, but he's on strike too. So again, if there's anybody out there that can work a camera and a mic, we may be hiring for that position. So, but anyway, back to the Pro Bowl. Yeah, man, the NFL's Pro Bowl is not something that I would watch. I think they have probably one of the lowest rated viewership amongst. They try to give you like a week-long segment of games. Like they give you dodgeball and like who's the fastest man in the NFL. And that was cool when it led to like a hitting game. They run around playing flag football, bro. I'm not saying I am saying it's a bad thing. I just think it's bad for viewership.
I found out.
You felt okay? Where we at, DJ?
It says the Sunday Pro Bowl Games Championship is Sunday, February 2nd, 2025, from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and the location is Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, okay. So they doing it. So they back to Florida because I remember at one point they was in Vegas. So I guess they're going back to the stadium down there in Florida. But yeah, I just don't think it really amounts to anything. Now the NBA's All-Star game, I think they have a better, less defense, but it's showmanship. You want to see somebody windmill or Bron no look to Luka to hit a deep three. You see what I'm saying? Like at least it gives you some form of excitement because defense isn't necessarily exciting in the NBA. Ooh, a steal, ooh, a block. It depends on what the situation is. But when you talk about the level of excitement that the NBA has, you got the dunk contest, which has kind of fallen off. You know what I mean? I never thought I'd see a white guy win the dunk contest. He got back-to-back championships. He going for a three-peat. My man Mac McCollum, he going for the three-peat. It's just, things are starting to fade off. They trying to bring the WNBA into kind of like hyping it up, like who's the better three-point shooter. We putting Steph Curry up against women. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking Sabrina, and I'm not knocking Caitlin. I'm not knocking the women of the basketball world. But we talk about Steph Curry. We talk about the greatest shooter ever. I don't know a nigga that can beat Steph Curry at a three-point contest, let alone a female. So, it just kind of brings it on down. And I think the NBA needs to change days. I think they need to have it at the end of the season. I think that's what kind of messes up the NBA All-Star game because a lot of times they have it, obviously every year they have it in February. It's just kind of like, it really, the first half of the season really don't be mattering in the NBA. So I think if you look at the totality of a season versus one half of it, you'll probably get the better all-star players. Because we know people like LaMelo Ball didn't make the all-star game. If you're looking at the first half of the season, LaMelo Ball deserves to be in the all-star game. Trae Young deserves to be in the all-star game. These young guys that are coming up, I love LeBron. LeBron James, the greatest player of all time. But some of them other old niggas don't need to be in the all-star game. I'm just saying. But, and since we talk about baseball has a pretty decent all-star game, if you want to. I don't watch baseball that much, so I really can't allude into that. But, if I had to pick the best all-star game through sports, I would have to go with the NBA's all-star weekend. They do a weekend. So, it's just mellowing things out amongst sports. We've seen a lot. We've seen everything. We're in a day and age, it's going to be hard to find something we haven't seen in a dunk contest, a catch, a throw, a hit. We done seen damn near everything. So I just want them to liven it up a little bit. Maybe they need to have strippers. Maybe maybe the NBA and Magic City should do a collaboration, right? Listen, y'all not paying attention. Listen, we gonna do a 3-point strip off, and we gonna have the strippers, right? They gonna go one-on-one with Steph Curry, since y'all wanna have somebody shoot the ball against Steph Curry, right?
But check this out. You gotta cover it up for the church people, right? And call it a buffet.
See? That's why we keep people around like him. Cause we keep it clean. You know what I mean? But that's for like the after hours, John. That's like 11 to 3. The kids done went to bed. You know what I mean? And the NFL. Look, listen to me. A mud bowl. We gonna get all y'all favorite entertainers. We talking about the Tiana Trumps. We talking about the Miss B Nasties. We talking about the y'all don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like I'm the only person in the world that knows who these people are. You people are nasty too. Y'all eat more ass than grass. I don't got time for this shit. But look, we do a mud bowl. We let the Hall of Fame committee, right? Michael Irvin and them niggas, right? We let them get some of their best ones. And then we put them in a stadium that don't got turf. We take the turf out and put the big ass mud pit. And they play football. Y'all can play flag if you want to play, but I think it should be contact. No pads, just bikinis. You know what I mean? But look, we're gonna do something for the women too. We're gonna take like y'all favorite type of dudes. All them thugs that y'all be liking to see. The niggas that be, what's that dude name from what's his name from The Lion King? What's his name? Aaron Pierce, the dude that played Mustafa in The Lion King. Him. With the pretty eyes. You know who I'm talking about, DJ. He got pretty eyes. I'm no homo, no diddy. Dude got some pretty eyes. Come on, give me DJ. Come on, help me out, DJ. Help me out. What's his name? Somebody in the comment section gonna say his name before.
Aaron Pierre.
I said Aaron Pierce. I'm ghetto. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know.
Is that the same dude that played in Rebel Ridge?
Yeah, that's him. That's him. But I know him from Mustafa. I know him from The Lion King, the new one.
Can you say that right, please?
What'd you say? Mustafa?
It's Mufasa.
Oh, Mufasa. I'm sorry. My ignorant black man came out. I apologize. Mufasa. Y'all are probably screaming at y'all screens right now. Talking about it's some goddamn Mufasa. Who the hell is Mustafa? Sound like I'm naming one of them Muslims. One of them niggas out Philly with the shit on. You know what I mean?
That look like them niggas on 6th Street.
Them niggas on 6th Street with the
bow ties.
With the bow ties. Brother, let me talk to you for a second about how great the brother Muhammad is.
And them bean pies.
And them bean pies. Here we at TezTalk. Don't disrespect people's religion, but some of y'all be on them corners looking a hot mess in the middle of the summer with that hot ass bow tie and suit on. I'm sorry. Y'all know Farrakhan tell you what you want. But 105 degrees, I'm not standing on no goddamn corner with no book. Talking about, let me talk to you about how great Brother Muhammad. I'm not doing that. And I want y'all to know, if you can't take a joke, keep the comment to yourself, because I don't give a damn. I don't care. Don't come in the comment section. I told the Christians. I'm going to tell the same thing to the Muslims. The Islamic people, don't come in my shit talking crazy to me. Okay? There's too much shit going on in the world. Planes is falling out the sky. Y'all done got me all messed up on my sports subject. We done went from sports to bean pies and shit. But that's the fun we have at TezTalk. This is open segment. It's open to be free and kind of address some things, but at the same time, we're going to bring it back down. We're going to bring it back down as a way to kind of get up out of here. I'm here to let y'all know that this was the 3rd episode of TezTalk, and I try not to leave y'all without something of substance. So with that being said, I'm going to give y'all another commercial. Real quick. We're going to do one real quick. Look at that. Bow. Transition.
TezTalk is sponsored by The Clean Team. Get your dream clean from The Clean Team Philly. Book now at thecleanteamphilly.com. That sound production. That's it. That sound.
Welcome back to TezTalk. As you can see, we're gonna jump from segment to segment, but I like this little feng shui. You know what I mean? So our next segment that we're gonna branch into is my favorite segment, actually. I love hearing from you guys. My favorite thing is, understanding that you guys are listening and actually wanting to hear more things from me. This is lovely. So this next segment, y'all favorite segment, my favorite segment, your mama's favorite segment, Talk to Tez. So I got some questions here. We try to do 5, episode to try to keep it limited. I don't want to be sitting here and doing this all day. So question 1 says, hey Tez, I've noticed women in our age range, didn't put age range, come on now brother, spelling, seem to like thugs and drug dealers more. How do you think this affects our age group of single men looking for a good woman? Looking for a good woman. I'm sorry. Let me talk proper. I just couldn't criticize somebody. I'll say it like this. Women are attracted to bad boys. It's common nature. It just is what it is. You attract, what you seemingly find dangerous. People like that. People like that sense of danger. They like, knowing if they pick their man up on a Friday night, they might end up in a gun battle on State Street. That's sometimes that's just what women in our age like. Me personally, that's why I tend to mess with older women, because them older women, them 29s, them 30s, they tired of getting shot at. They tired of dealing with the drama, the baby mama drama. They want them a nice, wholesome man, a good man, Savannah, a good man. So you kind of branch into whatever you think is necessary for you at the time. But I do think it affects us, But just like men like whores. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm not saying something we don't know. People act like men and women don't both like whores. Women like men they can just fuck and send home sometimes. Don't sit there act like you don't. And men like women that can only be fucked and keep it pushing. It's the way of the world. But for the good people, the people that want to settle down, that's for them folks, they got a purpose. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm the most cleanest saint in the world, where I ain't just called a joint at 9:30 at night, fuck the brains out and called it a night. I'm not stupid enough to try to lie to y'all, because somebody going to say something. One of them broads going to say something. So we all have a purpose. But for the people that want to settle down, I just say, sometimes you gotta take the good with the bad and keep it pushing. I wish it didn't affect our society, but it's kind of a double-edged sword. Men and women have that liking of sensing of danger. So that's where I'll leave that. You know what I mean? But take it however you want to take it. Question number 2 says, excuse me, Tez, hey Tez, your mom seemed like a great woman in being able to raise you and your siblings, and she did such a great job. But I know y'all have butted heads over the years. What's your favorite story with your mom through your childhood? Woo! Me and Miss Scott. Oh, baby. I tell you right now, my mom was a Sagittarius. I'm an Aries. If that matters to anybody in the crowd, y'all know it's like that. My favorite, I got 2. My favorite story is kind of like a loving and a equal balance. So you'll get to see 2 sides of my mom. So the first story I'm going to tell you is about the first time that I got, I like to say, heartbroken. It was my freshman year of high school, and it was 9th grade homecoming. So I was suited and booted, boy. I had my Steve Harvey exclusive. That was a $900 suit, baby. And typical kid, didn't have a date, but I like to keep my options open. So I walked in the dance. So when Drake and Future had dropped What a Time to Be Alive, so they playing Jumpman, and the DJ, we gonna slow it down for you real quick. We dropped the move, hey lady. Then, that type vibe. Beautiful dark chocolate, tall girl standing against the wall. Emerald green dress. That's how good I am at remembering. Emerald green dress. And me, I ain't even try to run game, y'all. This is still innocent, Tez. This is me before I started sinning and out here heaving. Before I started tripping. I walked up to her. I said, excuse me. Could I ask you to dance? On some smooth shit. On some Teddy Pendergrass shit. This old uppity, excuse me, I got to think of some clean thoughts. This girl proceeded to look me down and up and say, who would ever dance with you? That hit your ego, boy. That fuck your ego up. And my ego wasn't that good at that age of my life. It was not. I wasn't that confident in this weight. I was, I was who I am, but damn. So I walked off. I went into the cafeteria, ate 9 cupcakes, drank 10 apple juices, y'all. I had basically lost my confidence for that night. I went home. My mom was sitting on the couch, and I went and laid in my bed. And I ain't gonna act like I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I cried. I was in my room crying. Nothing wrong with crying. But my mom heard me. She came up the steps. She said, "What's wrong?" I said, she didn't want to dance with me, Mom. They don't like me. She goes, "Fuck them bitches." My mother looked me in my face and said, "Fuck them bitches. When you running an empire, son, with your millions, because you're going to make a lot of money doing whatever you do, you're my son. They're going to be back. I want you to know that every woman that has ever wronged you, son, they will be back. Don't you let that little uppity bitch," and that's what she said, "mess you up. You are Robin Scott's son. And you gonna have plenty of women." She wasn't lying. But I thank my mother for that confidence booster. Now we take it to the other side. My mother beat the shit out of me. That story is something that is just something else. It was 7th grade, and my mama, my dumb ass failed math. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I failed math in 7th grade, and I wasn't doing too good in English. So I hit my report card for a month. From January 28th till February 28th, I hit my report card. I came up, I thought I was slick. Oh, the printer in the faculty room had broke. Oh, there was a flood at the school. Oh, the mailman was late. You know what I mean? All these lies. So after like 2 weeks, my mom stopped asking. So I thought I got away with murder, y'all. I thought I snuck past one old Robin Scott. I was in band at the time. And y'all know y'all sell sandwiches and shit. Well, we sold donuts. So my mom took the paper to work, and I sold 45 cases of donuts. They wasn't gonna let my big ass get on that bus because they knew one of them fat ass kids was gonna jump me. So my mom had to come pick me up from school. So I had it's probably like 2 boxes of donuts. She come pick me up. She go put the donuts in the car. I gotta use the bathroom. My stepdad is in the car, sitting there. And he laughing, he chuckling, like he ain't giggling. That he full out hackling. I'm like, "What's funny?" He like, "You don't even know what's about to happen to you." I'm like, I'm not even thinking about it. It's so far in my mind, I'm not even thinking about it. So she come back to the car with a piece of paper in her hand. My brain instantly hit that flashback mode. I had a "That's So Raven" moment. I said, "The report card." She got in that car. "Oh, so you failed math. I'ma fuck you up." Y'all, I live 5 minutes from the school. That was the longest 5-minute car ride I have ever experienced. I was crying before we pulled out of the parking lot. My mama just telling me what she was gonna do to me. Put a fear. That woman didn't have to hit me that night, but she did. So we got back to the house. She told me to put the donuts on the counter and go in my room and wait. My mom was a conniving woman. She was very maniacal. She was a cerebral type of person. She'd make you wait for that ass whooping. So I got off at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and she ain't come in the room. So it's about dinner time. I got in the shower. My dumb ass thought wasn't nothing gonna happen. I didn't cut the music on, and I'm sitting there with my speaker. I'm in the shower scrubbing, and the music cut off. I'm like, oh, maybe the speaker died. Baby, I got out of that shower and I went to turn into my room with my towel wrapped around my waist. My mom had this thick one. You remember them thick ass belts your mama used to have that she would wear when she would go out on Friday nights with them little studs on it? Boy, that belt hit. She hit me in my ass. She hit me across the middle of my back. Bow! Boy, I ain't never. You'd have thought I got shot like Ricky off Boys in the Hood. I heard the song from Set It Off. Day after day, seems like I heard that joint. My mama started wearing me out. My towel done dropped. She started hitting me in the ass, in the pride, beating the dog shit up. It was deserved. It was not child abuse. I did dumb shit. When you fuck around, you find out. You find out. My mom beat the shit out of me that night. I lay across my bed after she finished. She told me to think about it. I was on that bed naked for about an hour and a half, y'all. I done gallied up the courage to pull my drawers up. You know, now I'm in the bed crying. Who come in my room an hour and a half later after I'm sitting there crying for a while? My mom with a donut. And she said, you know I had to beat you, right? You can't lie to me. I don't want you to lie to me. You were my son. And I want you to be understanding that, you know, the world, you can't lie your way through things, son. The world is not fair. They won't let you get away with that. So I can't let you get away with that. My mother told me, she said, you come into this world with 2 strikes. You black and you a male. And I can't let you fuck your life up over small shit. So she gave me the donut. Then she told me I had to go to school. And I had a big ass bruise on my thigh. She ain't want them folk to call the people on her, which they didn't just, you know what I mean? This ain't no child abuse story. I want y'all to know I deserve my ass whooped. I would have whooped my ass too. So, you know, those are 2 of my favorite stories of my mom, you know. And I know we talk about her a lot, but hell, it's my show. I can talk about my mom if I want to. If you don't like it, take it up with her. And if you get a chance to take it up with her, let me know how you contact her, because damn it, we got some things to talk about. Anyway, moving on to question 3. Question says, hey, Tez, I need your help. I've recently been burned, and I'm scared to tell my girlfriend I had stepped out and cheated on her and caught something. Yes, you can get rid of it, but what do you think the best way is to tell her? Ooh, you got the Magic Johnson? Not the Magic Johnson, but the Magic Johnson. Y'all get the wordplay crazy. Put me in the studio. Nigga. You done fucked around and caught something? If you black and that's a black woman, I'm not even gonna say just a black woman, but a woman in general, woo, and you think she might got it? Boy, you better tell that woman with a 9-inch thick bulletproof glass between y'all. First thing let me say is practice safe sex. That's what I want y'all to know. That's the first thing we need to talk about. Y'all here sticking your dick in everything moving. Put a condom on. Ain't nothing wrong with putting a Jimmy on. Oh, it don't feel the same. Better get them thin ones. Look, them thin ones work too. I'm not here to try to, you know, I'm letting y'all know I ain't no spring chicken. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So I'm letting y'all know. If you out here having sex, have safe sex. There's nothing wrong with having safe sex. Get that out the way. Second of all, you done stepped out on your woman and caught something, and now you might have brought it back to her. You said you can get rid of it, so that's like, you know, chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, something you can get rid of with a shot and some pills. But nigga, the trust, that woman is going to fuck you up. And I ain't talking about physically. Women play mind games. So what I'm going to tell you to do is sit down and have a one-on-one with your girl and say, look, baby, I fucked up. Ain't nothing wrong with admitting you wrong. I'm going to tell you right now, I've had my fair moments where I've had to admit that I was wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You're a bigger man if you tell her rather than if you don't tell her. Because if you don't tell her and she don't know to get the situation solved, it can worsen. I'm just going to tell you up front, tell that woman, sit down and talk to her. That's the best thing I can tell you. I have not been in your situation, but I know people who have. And what I'm going to tell you is the same thing I told them. Tell that woman and have safe sex. Good luck. I hope you make it to episode 4 of TezTalk and she don't kill your ass. Question 4 says, hey Tez, and a lot of y'all keep saying, hey Tez, hi. Hi. Damn it, you can just ask the question or say what you gotta say. You don't gotta start it off with hey Tez, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not complaining. I know you come, it says, I come from a big family. Knowing you before you started the show and knowing you on a personal level, who is your favorite sibling out of your 6? And how is it being the baby of the 7 total? Well, all my siblings watch this show. I love you all. I don't have a favorite sibling. I love you all differently through different moments. You're not going to get me whooped by them 6 people. They know I love all of them. Tezzy loves you, the baby, you know. No, my siblings know me enough to know that I love each of them collectively all the same. I have moments where I want to strangle a couple of them. You know who you are. We're not going to talk about it. I'm talking to you. You know, I'm looking at the camera. You know who I'm talking to. I'm not going to say your name. But being the baby is, I'm the biggest. Don't forget the realest. Hey, real money getting nigga. I'm sorry. I'm the biggest. I'm 6 foot, the biggest, 280 some pounds. All my siblings used to fuck with me a lot. Like, they used to beat me up. My brothers used to hang me on doors and all that stuff. Yeah, that stopped at like 12 when I got this weight. Y'all go ahead and say what y'all want, big nigga my ass. This weight holds some weight to it, all right? They stopped messing with me. My sisters used to mess with me too till they realized that I'm crazy as hell. And I don't hit women, but I body slam the hell out of one of my sisters and I love them to death. I go to war, we can go whatever for any one of you people to mess with any one of my siblings, but they know not to come up here. I just had a conversation with my sister a couple weeks ago. She goes, I'm not fighting you. I'm gonna pick some up and bust you in the head with it. Tez, you too damn big. So being the baby has its ups and downs. Upside, I rarely pay for dinner when we go out. Not saying rarely, I never pay for dinner actually. More upside, I was able to get a lot of things that they didn't need. Hand-me-downs was usually good. They got money. I was able to get some good hand-me-downs, good outfits and good shoes and stuff, and they looked out. Downside, they got nicknames for me that I don't like. The shit that they call me, I'm not gonna say it because y'all not finna be in the comment section calling me that, because I'm not gonna deal with that. I will cuss you out if you say one of my childhood nicknames. But yeah, definitely don't like that. And they still refer to me as the baby. Like I'm a grown ass man, dog. I done been in the store and my brother called me baby. Like, no, KC. This is the shit. This is what we don't get jiggy with that. We you know, but I love all my siblings and I support all of them in all their endeavors, just like they support TezTalk. They send me messages and everything. We talk. Well, I talk to most of them on a weekly basis, so you know. The last question of the day. Oh, this is a good one. I was reading this one while I was looking at 4. It says, what are your thoughts on tricking? And what's the most expensive thing that you have ever bought a woman? Well, it ain't tricking if you got it. Let me say that. It ain't tricking if you got it. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I ain't paid for some stuff in my life. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I ain't bought some wigs, some shoes, some thongs, paid a couple light bills. Y'all get my point. What do I think about tricking? You can skip the line. That's how I think about it. Sometimes you got to skip the line. That's like having a fast pass at Hershey Park. You pay extra, but you skip the line. You know what I mean? You're able to jump in front of some folks. Pay that extra, you know, I need some, can you help me with my phone bill? That little $90, get you from taking 3 months to getting some pussy. You done jump, in the 2-week range. You know what I'm saying, y'all? But don't quote me on it. I'm not saying every woman can be bought. I'm just letting you know sometimes, tricking get you a little skip of the line. The most expensive thing I have ever bought a woman. Well, I don't think it was one thing. Now, it was probably a series of events that like totaled the you know what I mean, the amount. Not in a relationship, because you don't look at tricking in a relationship. I don't look at it as tricking if you're in a relationship. If you're in a relationship with somebody, anything you buy for them is considered out of love or caring. That ain't tricking. You know what I mean? That's not tricking. Tricking is when you basically paying, to skip the line. Like, okay, she want our phone bill deal, we can hang out. If we hang out, I might get some pussy. That's what that's tricking, So I think the most expensive thing I have ever paid for was, So I paid somebody phone bill and a light bill. It was like total, probably like $450. You know what I mean? That's not much. You know what I mean? Before you ask, did I succeed in the mission? Yes. Yes, I did. But that's besides the point. I'm going to say this for the men. Don't think every woman can be bought, because that's a terrible way of living. Don't think just because you sent her $25 for lunch, you're going to get some head. It don't work like that. Life don't work like that. But I'm going to tell you what my mama told me. Everybody has a price. Sometimes others is cheaper, more and more expensive. So if you think that tricking is going to succeed you in your ultimate goal, then by all means. But me, I'm retired. I don't trick no more. I had to stop because y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. So, when you look at the totality of things, the last thing I think I paid for was that trip. That's when I stopped tricking. I ain't gonna catch. That was like the line in the sand. That was like, yeah, we're done with that one. That shit's that's out the window. So nope. That's done with. We retired, and that's okay. All great players done hung their jersey up. Michael Jordan didn't play forever. LeBron ain't gonna play forever. So, but that concludes this week's episode of Talk to Tez. That segment. I'm sorry, I said episode. That segment of Talk to Tez. With that being said, we're gonna have another word from our sponsors. Later. Transition.
TezTalk is sponsored by The Clean Team. Get your dream clean from The Clean Team Philly. Book now at thecleanteamphilly.com. That sound production. That's it. That sound.
Welcome back to TezTalk. I don't like to leave any episode without positivity. I don't like to let y'all not have some positivity on your way out the door. We joke about a lot of things, but try to leave y'all with something to digest on the way out. What I'll say this week is be comfortable in your success. And being comfortable in that success, you may be alone. And I'm here to let you know there's nothing wrong with that. Whether that be relationship or friendship, the higher you dream and the higher you ascend, the less people you're going to have in your corner. And that's okay. As a person who's dealt with this recently, you just have to adjust. Life is about adjustments. Nothing is set. Nothing is set in stone. So make sure you know at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day who you are. You can forget about everybody else's feelings towards you. How do you feel with what you've done today? And if you're comfortable with what you've succeeded in, what you're doing, and the way you're trying to go in life, then fuck everybody else's opinion and fuck everybody else. Because you're the person that has to sit and deal with it. People die. You don't die in here. You sustain that daily. okay? So this has been another episode of TezTalk. But hold on, I'm not just gonna walk out like I did before. What we gonna say is, like I told y'all in the beginning, like, share, comment, all that. I need all that. We need to get all that flowing, all them juices going. I need to be everywhere. I need to see myself on everybody's feed. Also, the merchandise. Everything you see here is available for purchase. Cups are $30 and shirts are $40. If you're interested, you'll see the little tag we got. With that being said, this has been another episode of TezTalk, and thank you for watching. I do appreciate every single viewer that shares, likes, and comments. Don't think I'll joke. Y'all don't know from the bottom of my heart that 7-year-old boy deep down inside feels it. So thank you. And what I'll leave y'all with is, be yourself. Can't be nobody else. This has been TezTalk. Peace! Look, I'm not finna do this with you because I told your ass to be here this week. We don't got time for this shit. Well, fuck it then. You're fired. Fuck it then. Hey, so I told y'all last week that we was gonna have somebody start on this show. But, you know, things happen, people do shit, stuff goes left, goes right, whatever. So now, I'm gonna do something I didn't think I was gonna have to do to start this show. I'm gonna give y'all the opportunity to apply to be the co-host of TezTalk. If you think you can go one-on-one with the great one, baby, all you got to do is follow the steps. It's not hard. I'm not making this a difficult thing. We're going to do what we got to do in the meantime. Because I'm going to do it. We're going to make it shine. The shit says TezTalk. You're getting the opportunity, and I just need you to take it. Don't look at me all sideways. Tez, what happened? Don't ask questions that don't got shit. I didn't ask you what happened to your mom. I didn't ask you what happened to your daddy. You take the opportunity that I'm giving y'all. Damn it. People don't want to be professional. We gonna keep moving. On a side note, I just want her to know that we still have love and care for you. But baby, we got to keep going. We got to keep moving. We got to keep churning. So you folks see what the details are. I got to get the hell out of here. Y'all do what y'all do.